Yo, what's up guys, Matty here from tclblogger.com. I know it has been a while. Totally had the intention to smash these videos out daily, but then we got hit with COVID, lockdown here in Melbourne, so then I had to readjust everything. Anyway, this video, I wanted to go through the whole concept of the metaverse and how these projects are going to somewhat come together at the end and what these NFTs may mean in the larger vision of things. You're probably seeing a bunch of different projects launch. Bored Ape Yacht Club. We got Mebits. You got the Metakey. You've got like all these projects come together. And this is, I wanted to kind of mind dump or video dump my mind frame as to what I kind of mean when I say, I'm investing in projects with utility or projects that are working on making it more than just a collectible project. And for me, the whole concept is taking these into what we term as the metaverse, right? The metaverse is the whole thing, the Ready Player One reality, where you could go into this space and own assets. Oh wait, this is him not in VR. Wait, where are we? With a cool image of Ready Player One. So kind of like this sort of reality where you are in a space communicating and engaging with people that's completely different to the real world, right? And VR is definitely a big aspect to that. But what we're seeing is the start of us moving into this sort of a space. And it started with, I think NFTs really accelerated the move here or this sort of reality, because not only do you have to exist in this space, but you have to be able to take assets of real value to these spaces and then across different spaces. And I'll kind of touch upon that back with all these collectible projects. So if you rewind it back, and you guys know Bored Ape Yacht Club, BAYC, pretty cool project actually. I have none. I have kind of been out of action for the last month, but it seems like it's 10,000 Bored Ape NFTs. Okay, that's cool. But what I think is really cool is your Bored Ape doubles as your Yacht Club membership card and grants access to member-only benefits. The first of which is access to the bathroom, a collaborative graffiti board. Future areas and perks can be unlocked by the community through roadmap activation. So it looks like what you'll be able to do is there'll be cool things you can do with your apes. So you'll be able to, it's randomly generated, so it's got that collectability factor, and then you'll be able to take it. I don't know exactly what they'll be able to do with it, but it seems like the mindset, when you're buying a Bored Ape, you're not simply buying an avatar or a provably rare piece of art. You are gaining membership access to a club whose benefits and offerings will increase over time. Your Bored Ape can serve as a digital identity and open digital doors for you. So pretty interesting, because it's a very similar concept to the Metakey. It's cool because this is how NFTs should be, guys. You should be buying NFTs that give you a bunch of different things compounding on that single purchase. It shouldn't be you just buying more and more collectible projects that appear and then disappear because the founder team is not building upon them, right? So with the Mebits as well, the concept was that people would download these and use them as their avatars. Now, whether Lava Labs continues to build on this concept is unknown, but I am personally more interested in projects that do have the mindset of building continuously. I reckon that's really cool. So we got the Bored Ape Yacht Club. You got Mebits somewhat kind of thinking about, the existing in the metaverse, which it says here, owners of a Mebit are given access to an additional asset pack that include the full 3D model. Use it as a render and animate your Mebit, or use it as an avatar in the metaverse. So when they say with the metaverse, what they kind of mean, at least for the short term, is places like Decentraland, where you should be able to upload your avatar, walk around. So I have in my, I apologize for the audio if it's too loud or something. I keep talking too close to it. But in my digital wallet, while I'm in Decentraland, I can go here and I can enter Blau House, right? And if I click this, it'll only enter if I have Justin Blau's art pieces, or one set of art that he dropped sometime last year. Now, if you notice it opens, that only happens if I have that NFT in my digital wallet. So you can see how an NFT can be used as a ticket. Now, suddenly this brings up so much more, because with Bored Ape Yacht Club, Bored Ape, BAYC, BAYC, I'm just going to call it BAYC. With BAYC, the Mebits, the Metakey, or whichever project decides to integrate this sort of functionality and use these virtual spaces, because suddenly you can go in here and have like a full experience exclusive to people that hold that space. So imagine, yes, okay, on the assumption that we're moving to like a metaverse sort of concept, and we're seeing the early days of this with projects like Decentraland or Crypto Voxels or Somnium Space, etc. And in the future, we're going to have full blown out projects where the NFT that exists in your digital wallet, you'll not only be able to take it to Decentraland, you should be able to take it to the sandbox. You can see in the sandbox, you got different games and stuff that's going on. As an avatar here, you should be able to take your NFT to here, and then suddenly you're going to have these interconnected lands or worlds where you are moving from space to visit friends, to play games, to visit conferences, to hang out and talk, all kinds of things. And this, in 3 to 5 years, your NFT should be able to integrate across this. And this is what I mean with, and this is why I'm more serious about projects that are implementing insane utility, because for me, they're taking it seriously, and they're going to be here for a while, and they're going to continue implementing cool stuff to do with those NFTs, whether they be tickets, whether they be full blown out avatars, etc., etc. So with the Metakey, as you guys know, the Metakey is kind of like this NFT token that you can buy. ERC1155. There's only, I think, 155 left of this edition, and we're going to be doing that sort of stuff. So if you go to, for example, if you go to the Metakey Discord, what you can do with Discord is you can connect your role with this cool like role verifier thing. You can click join, and then it connects your wallet, picks up which Metakey you own. You can see Metakey owner Genesis, and then it gives you a role. You can see all these people have become yellow because they're Genesis 1 owners. These are Genesis 2 owners. And then in that role, you can give them a special Discord area, private owners lounge. So again, like this, because of that integration, this is only accessible through the ownership of the Metakey. And this is what these other guys probably will do as well, or if not, they are doing that. But you can see suddenly how your NFT not only now gives you access to a special Discord, it gives you access to spaces in Decentraland, maybe the sandbox. And this is the start of this space kind of evolving in this insane way where that one purchase that you made gives you multiple things you can do all across the board. And this Discord is really cool. We've got like 4 to 5 mods that are continuously updating it. Obviously, I updated. We got this NFT radar channel where a couple of people, Ego, Hidden, myself, we kind of break down projects. So he broke down Nifty Royale, broke down Parallel. Earlier, we broke down V-Friends. We broke down Punks, Pixel Vault Comics. So every time there's a new NFT project, it gets thrown into this NFT radar channel. So this whole thing's kind of public for now, but once we kind of sell out those editions, we are going to kind of lock the whole channel up, and suddenly it's going to be, whoops, what did I do there? And suddenly it's going to be like this space that's only accessible predominantly for the Metakey owners. And yeah, we may have a public place, but what I'm trying to say is you can add value to NFT owners. So that's why for me, like when I was buying those early art pieces on Nifty Gateway, I knew that if to make that a long-term thing, after the hype is kind of dies down of those releases, they got to move into some sort of insane utility and art and utility thing. And so for me, those early NFTs were actually buying tickets from artists who, in my mind, I thought were going to go on to do big things in this space. And that's why I was looking for established artists, those that have been here for a while, those that are taking the space seriously. Because for me, I wasn't just buying art, I was actually buying tickets for further cool things to come. And ideally, when you move into a metaverse setting, and I'm kind of only using Decentraland now because it's 3D and it kind of looks nice. But in the future, there'll be many projects that will do this. And yeah, that's what I expect the space to go as a whole. So for me, it's very interesting, and I like the whole concept of these new projects. And whether you like the Mebits, or whether you like Base or whether you like the Metakey or not, that's besides the point. What's important for me is that these projects are thinking about doing more, not just dropping art or a collectible. They're thinking about how to add more value to the purchases, the community, how to foster a community, how to build an identity, a culture of something, so that in 3 years you look back and those NFTs are way more valuable because you've fostered so much activity. There's thousands of people in this Discord and virtual spaces. So what we're going to do, like I said, for the Metakey, we're going to continue to add different utility cases. So for example, on in different games, you're going to have them as different items. You'll be able to print different specific designs. If you have the Metakey, you'll be able to go to Crypto Art Pulse. And this is something I haven't, this is something that we'll release pretty soon. But in cryptoartpulse.com, this gets like 100 or 200 visits a day. You'll be able to, we're going to curate ad banners that come straight from the community and display them every day or change them every day. So that, you can, if you're launching a project, you can use the Crypto Art Pulse website if you have the Metakey. And I think that's a really cool concept, because suddenly that gives value to this asset that we have. We've got cryptoartpulse.com. Companies pay us $100 a day to just show this banner, and why not give it that space for kind of free for people that have purchased our NFTs? It doesn't cost us anything, and it's a cool way to interact our different assets, our websites and different things. So that's a cool idea. So there's those kind of all these different things you can add of value to this one NFT purchase. So anyway, that's what I kind of mean by one, projects continuously adding utility, and it's really interesting to watch what they have in mind and if they have the ability to do that, because not only do you have to be a great artist and all that, but you also need the network or the people. You need to know how to get in there, know how to do all sorts of these things. Like recently, Decentraland released that they are releasing, oh my god, where are we? Recently, Decentraland released that they're releasing their avatar builder, right? So here it is. So the wearables editor, sorry, not avatar builder, the wearables editor is live. And you can make wearables for your community, and they can use it in Decentraland. And slowly, as these projects become more and more online, not only that, but you should be able to take your wearables across to different places. So ideally, in the future, not only will you be able to buy wearables from Decentraland and then take them to somewhere like CryptoVoxels or Sandbox, etc., but your identity should be portable to these different places. So kind of that's how I'm looking at this space long term. You're buying assets to be many things in the future. And that's what I think long term will give these value. It makes sense to me, because a community needs to continuously be motivated to give value to things, because the way the space is going at the moment is there's a new collectible project that's great. It kind of dies out. Next month there's another new collectible project that hits mainstream. And honestly, if you go to OpenSea, and you look at the top the top NFT volume by volume, but you can scroll all the way down and you can kind of see there's hundreds of projects, guys. Look at this, hundreds of projects. Literally, it's kind of looking like the coin market cap right now. There's hundreds of freaking projects that have minimal volume. So this is how much volume of this project has been traded over the last 7 days. So 0.31, 0.31, 0.31, all of these. And it's not that they're bad projects. It's that they have no marketplace, or at least not a buzzing marketplace. Maybe, they're doing different things at the moment. Okay, maybe they don't need a marketplace. But for a marketplace project that you want to continuously add value to the assets there, if you scroll up, you see, Bored Apes one, it's new, so it's up there. CryptoPunks, because it's OG and looks like the industry has kind of accepted it as being one of the first collectible projects. You got Rarible, which is its own marketplace. Zrun, the Sandbox. The Sandbox has utility. Decentraland Land has utility. Mebits, because it's new as well. But as VFriends is kind of making its way up here. Now it's in the top 10. Ember Sword recently had its pre-sale, so I'm kind of marking out the new ones, because new ones usually jump up here because it's it's a pre-sale and it's new. But eventually you want a very healthy marketplace, and once you get a healthy marketplace, then people can economically sustain themselves. They'll be interested. They'll be using it across the board, etc., etc. Anyway, I don't want to ramble on too much, but basically that's kind of what I mean by looking at long-term projects and hope and the metaverse concept, right? We're all going to ideally. Looks like we are going to move, in my opinion, to existing in virtual spaces, putting your headset on and visiting all your friends in different countries and doing fun things and conferences and all that sort of stuff. Looks like that's the future. So, I'm interested in those that are using NFTs to sort of integrate with that future. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. It's good to kind of be back and make a video. Look, I'd love to kind of make these on the daily, but Melbourne's kind of weird with the lockdowns and all that sort of stuff, but I will try, and let's see how we go. Anyway, talk to you guys soon.